Hi there, Poppin PJ here. I'm excited because we're going to make a pallet wood scarecrow. So I had this piece of pallet left over from projects that I used the part of the pallet for other things, and this is what was left over, as well as this other piece of pallet board that was just laying around. I am going to be cutting off the nails here with my nail cutter. I held on to the standing pallet for a while and just kept looking at it like I knew there was something in the back of my head that I wanted to do with this, but it just didn't come to me, and finally it did. A pallet scarecrow, and like most all of my projects that I have done with wood and pallet, this will be my first time doing this, so I'm super excited. After cutting the nails with my nail cutter, I am just hammering the nails flush to the wood. Oops, a couple that I need to get out here. Bang, bang. Now I don't need this entire piece of the board, so I'm trimming it for the size or length that I need. Now to sand the board. So here is a piece of scrap wood that I have that is a rectangular shape that I'm going to use to sit this long board that I just finished sanding on top of it to be the arms of the scarecrow. Look at that! And this will be the face here. I'm going to attach this board onto the rectangular scrap wood. I'm going to lay down some wood glue, place the board on top, let it dry, and then now I'm going to take and make a hole with my drill bit here so that I can screw the board into the piece of scrap wood. This pallet wood is extremely hard, and I have to be careful with my right wrist because I have a subluxed wrist, and that's why I'm using both hands at times to get the screws into the wood. And it is now adhered. Arms are set. I have to cut some moon-shaped pieces to adhere to the base of the scarecrow so that it will be the face of our scarecrow. First piece cut. I will now use that piece as a template to make another half moon shape on this piece of scrap wood that I will be using for the other side of the face. Using the saber saw to make the cut. Now we have the two sides of the face. Laying down some wood glue on the half moon part of the face, and then I will take and adhere it onto the base of the scarecrow so that we will have his face. Clamping it in place to allow it to dry. It has dried, so now I'm going to make a hole with my drill for placement of a screw to make sure it stays in place. Starting the screw with my hand. Again, this pallet wood is very hard, therefore I'm placing my foot here on the pallet so I can really use all of my strength to the best of my ability to get that screw into the wood. The other side of the face has already been done, so I'm going to lay it flat so you can see it, and this is the face of our scarecrow. Now to sand the scarecrow's face to be ready for painting. Laying down some white paint. Making sure to get the sides. I need to trim this piece of wood up above the scarecrow's head so that I can put a hat on his head. My hand got tired, so I had to stop for a minute. I love the sound when the wood hits the floor. I couldn't let the piece of wood fall to the floor on this side because I was holding it. I drew the face with a pencil, and now I'm going to paint it. I like it. I think it's coming out really cute. Now I have to attach the arms of the scarecrow to the base of the scarecrow. So I'm drilling a hole here. Using my hand to get the screw started. And then drill her in. I am going to make a couple of bunches of raffia for the hair for the scarecrow. I'm just estimating a certain length I want and then putting pieces together here and cutting them at each end so that it's like hair. And then I'm going to take another piece of raffia and just wrap it around the top, tie it in a knot to keep it secure so that I have a nice bunch of hair. One bunch here ready to go. I will do multiple bunches like this though because I will be using it for the feet and the hands too, as you will see later. Stapling the first bunch into the pallet scarecrow right at the side of the head. And now the other side. While I've got the staple gun out, I'm going to staple on the hat. I got this hat at the Dollar Tree and really liked it because it had the really pretty yellow sunflower on the front. Now to iron the attire that he will be wearing, I got the clothes for the scarecrow from the thrift store. I washed the jeans and the shirt, and now I'm just going to press the shirt here with the iron. Now for the walking jeans. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part, to get to dress the scarecrow. He's actually going to come to life. Sort of, or maybe not, whatever. Buttoning the shirt. Adding an orange bandana. Fixing the sleeves. These pool noodles are going to help us fill out the legs. I just folded the noodle in half and put one end in one leg and the other end in the other leg. Now, to help Mr. Scare keep his drawers or pants up, I'm going to use these hooks and put a few inside here at the top so that the rope belt can hang on that and so the pants won't fall down. Next, I have to secure Mr. Scarecrow to the retaining wall here, so I'm going to drill some holes, and I have some decking screws that I'm going to just put straight through the base of the scarecrow and right into the retaining wall here. Next, I'm going to cut this noodle in a couple of pieces so that I have a piece to slide inside these shoes I got from the thrift store, these boots, and into the bottom part of each leg. Noodle going in the first leg and into the boot. Now the second leg. Looks like somebody's really standing there. I'll need to fix that belt though. So I purchased these gloves at Menards and they're gonna work great, but the thumb will flop down. So I'm putting a little piece of scrap wood into the thumb, and now I'm sliding the glove right onto the arms of the scarecrow, and look at what we have. I have some bunches of raffia that I made earlier, as you know, and I'm going to staple those inside the sleeve. Next, I purchased some pretty mums and pumpkins to put around Mr. Scarecrow. I found these cool pumpkin picks at Menards, and so I purchased them because I'm going to put them around, sticking a couple in through the hay bale and just in through the yard right behind Mr. Scarecrow too. And in a wine bottle that I had, I'm going to upcycle that and place it right next to Mr. Scarecrow's legs. Found this cool green pumpkin at the thrift store, and I'm going to place it on the hay bale right next to Mr. Scarecrow to give a little contrast of color. Like my shirt, Friday mood. I need to drill another little hole so that the stake can go through it to attach right into the hay. Cutting a piece of string here that I'm going to tie around the stem of a leaf that I found in my yard that I spray painted with a clear coat. And then I'm going to unscrew the stem of this pumpkin a little bit, tie the leaf around the stem, trim off the ends, and look at that, it's more fall looking. I really loved doing this pallet wood project with a scrap piece of pallet wood, as I made a scarecrow that's awesome, cool fall decor, and just fun to look at when I come into my driveway. If you enjoyed this video, pop that subscribe button, like, and share, and as always, thank you.